everybody that's been fighting long and hard.
So my name is Matthew Foldy. I'm a fourth year in the college, and I think we see the best of the First Amendment going on both sides of the street. Obviously, everyone is here exercising their First Amendment rights, and I'm glad to see that people feel strongly about this issue and are not afraid to share their opinion. It's great that we live in a society where people are free to express their opinions on whatever side of an issue that they want without fear of suppression from the government. So I applaud everyone for being here outside. It's incredibly cold, and that's all, yeah.
And yes, we want divergent voices. We want people to talk from different perspectives. That's not the problem. The problem is when your voice and your power can dictate on the quality of life that people live. And we can't stand by while somebody can destroy lives by the words that they say.
My name is Cassandra Alcaraz. I'm a 19-year-old swimmer and I represent West PCS. I came to the United States at the age of 5. I grew up in Chicago. I have my family and friends here. I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm proud of my roots, but this is my home. They're inviting a man to claim that immigrants make America less American. Is this really the man that we want here today?
No!
Go home! Go home!
Steve Bannon from UFC. We don't promote Nazi agendas or white supremacy. We are a democracy. Bannon knows nothing about our economy. A manipulative Republican has nothing to say to me. There can be integrity in a man who is distrusting to a vast majority. We want to build diversity. Bannon coming to debate will only bring controversy to a thriving university. Freedom of speech is okay, but not when you speak out of hate. He's the right-hand man of Trump, and he has proven himself to be a punk. He's the lover of Nazis, but what he cannot see is that this is not 1943.
We're worried about the state of free speech on this campus and the fact that these radical leftists are trying to protest against, a legitimate speaker.
People who think Steve Bannon is racist don't know what he speaks about. They just listen to media coverage of him rather than read what he actually says. He promotes a nationalist message, but it's not a white nationalist message. It has to do with everyone who's a citizen of the United States.
Honestly, I'm not really that much of a supporter of Steve Bannon or of the recent trend of conservatism, but I do think that free speech is something that should be defended on campus, but especially when a speaker has been invited and is, helped by a legitimate organization.
For me, it's more about free speech and the First Amendment, and if, for example, we had a leftist speaker come to campus, and they were protesting him, saying he shouldn't speak, I would still counter-protest that. Even though I might not agree with him, I still would counter-protest for his right to speak, because that's the First Amendment, and that's America. I'm wearing a ghillie suit. It's from LL Bean.
Also want to say, I don't think any of us, except for Luke over here, are pro-Bannon. I think we're all pro-speech. Yeah, I don't think any of us...
But you're pro-Trump. You're holding a pro...
We're definitely pro-Trump doesn't mean pro-Bannon.
I'm not necessarily pro-Bannon. I'm not necessarily. I'm definitely pro-Trump.
I'm not holding
we're all
a pro-Trump
pro-Trump. We're not...
I personally have some sympathy with him. I think the media has treated him very unfairly. But I think all of us here like what Mr. Trump's doing for the country, right? We just have 5.4% economic growth. He's trying to stop the spread of harmful illegal immigration. And I think that, he's on the path to, as our hats and shirts say, making America great again.
Indeed. Then again, not all of us here agree with this. We're all a big motley crew of different conservatives. Not everyone here supports Trump, and definitely not everyone here supports Bannon. We're all here to unite under the banner of the First Amendment and free speech. And I believe all of us would still be here, even if it was a radical leftist speaker protesting for his right to speak. And we believe that regardless of what you believe, of what you think, of how you look, of who you like to date, that you should still be allowed to speak on campus. For example, not all of us here are heterosexual, and not all of us here are white, not all of us here, well, we're all male, but that's a different story. And we're all here to unite under this banner of America and free speech.
I came to this university because of their commitment to free speech, so I find it really worrisome that there are people protesting someone who, regardless of how you feel about him, is an important national figure. He was, the head of Donald Trump's shockingly successful campaign. So I think that the fact that people at this university particularly want to censor speech is worrisome, and it's something that we have to oppose as, Americans.
Racists are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Racists are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Racists
You probably don't go here. Are you guys going to cash in your booth?
Go home! Ban Bannon! Ban Bannon!
We're all for free speech. We don't like Bannon. Why does Trump have to leave? Why? Why does Trump have to leave? Why?
Because he's an asshole. He has to go.
Bannon can go get a hotel bar room and sell tickets if he want to have exercise his free speech. He doesn't have to do it on the dime of the university students.
Trump is not for the people.
Trump is not for the people, even though he's passed so many tax cuts. I got a $500.
I got one question. That's already started 5 years ago. Trump can't take credit for that. He can't. Policy takes 4 years to take effect.
All right. Nobody's touching each other.